1989. Another year of keeping this place afloat, and we're still looking at the same empty gaps in the lineup.
Don't look at me. I'm still trying to put 84 out of my head. Playing dead while you were running around as Shadow Freddy. It was a farce. Sending those two off to Belfast was the only way to bury the mess, but I still hate thinking about it.
It was the only way to stop a lot, Spring. The band was ready to tear the house down. That truce we clawed out was a miracle, even if I still don't endure remembering the argument that you had with Freddy beforehand. And the way you were fragile towards me, your inborn friend. That still hurt me even after all was said and done.
Let's just leave that buried. We're on good terms now, and the band is finally functional. That's enough for me.
Functional, sure, but his ego is becoming a major operational hazard. Have you noticed the way he's strutting? He's convinced he's the second Freddie Mercury.
It's embarrassing. He thinks the name Freddy and the band structure, Bonnie, Cheeky, and Foxy, was some grand design by Queen. He's telling anyone who will listen that We Will Rock You was essentially our origin story.
I heard that. And for the record, the resemblance is uncanny. You can't tell me the aesthetic isn't a direct homage to the Fazbear brand.
Freddy, mate, you're a bear in a waistcoat, no a rock god. You think playing me sits up at night worrying about your stage presence?
I've been trying to figure it out, though. If we're all Queen, who am I? They're all blokes, aren't they?
I'm clearly Mercury. The stage presence, the voice, the sheer audacity. It's a legacy, and honestly, I'm honoured. Even if you two are too cynical to see the genius of it.
More like the mustache, you mean?
And it's not just me. Bonnie is obviously Brian May. The hair, the precision, the guitar work. Foxy is Roger Taylor, pure rhythmic chaos and high energy drumming.
And me? Where do I fit in?
You're John Deacon. The quiet backbone. The steady hand.
John Deacon? Really? Why him?
It's the shared, blank stare, aesthetic, chica. You both look like you're contemplating the secrets of the universe, or absolutely nothing at all, while the rest of the band is having a nervous breakdown. It's iconic.
Oh, I suppose I do have a bit of a lost in thought look about me, don't I?
There you have it. The Deacon stare. Doing breaking stuff. Now, go get the instruments ready. If those two come back to Belfast, I don't want the band looking like they're waiting for an autograph.
Are you still on about the Shadow Rabbit and the Firefox? We ain't heard nothing about or from them in over 5 years. They're clearly not coming back, or maybe they have died.
Freddy Fazbear, while the coast is clear, it's not going to be like that forever. They are dangerous individuals and we must stay ready for them.
Fair enough, I agree. As you and Spring Bonnie have often told me and the rest.
Precisely, don't forget back in 84. I was under his control and Shadow Bonnie was also behind the closure of our diner. We want to safeguard you and your friends for as long as we can.
I understand that, Spring Bonnie. I just don't want you two to be too on your guard with it. But I understand why. Anyway, I can hear Bonnie and Foxy approaching. Cheetah, can you go and make sure we are prepared with our defences and such?
Of course, Freddy. I will look into it now. And maybe have some pizza too.
Okay, me and Fredbear are gonna continue planning, if you want to head off.
Catch you later, Freddy.
Alright, goodbye for now. Golden Kings.
Brian May. Really, Freddy, I've got more soul in one finger than that entire stadium act. I'm a blend of Jimi Hendrix's fire and Paul McCartney's melody. I'm not some stiff, curly-haired academic playing guitar with a sixpence.
Bonnie the Bunny, stop. You don't have the range. First, your technical range is strictly limited to programmed tracks. You wouldn't know a free-form solo if it bit you on the ear. Second, you're a rabbit with a stiff wrist, not a visionary. Hendrix had a spiritual connection to his instrument, while you have a programmed loop that skips whenever the humidity hits 50%. And third, you aren't a Beatle, you're an animatronic with a goatee. The only psychedelic thing about you is the way your eyes jitter when the power dips.
And don't think I've missed your slight on my image, Captain. Pete Burns and Adam Ant, the kings of the new romantic scene. I've got the flair, the pirate grit, the absolute spectacle of it all. I'm an icon of style, not a bloody deckhand, so keep your Roger Taylor comparisons to yourself.
Foxy the Pirate Fox, please. It's embarrassing to watch you try to relate to the London fashion scene. First, you possess absolutely zero flair. Your entire wardrobe consists of a tattered vest and a hook that smells like a wet industrial drain. Second, Pete Burns had a presence that could command a crowd without saying a word, whereas your only presence is the loud, metallic creak of your joints that alerts everyone in the building that you're coming from 3 rooms away. And third, if you think you're an icon, look in the mirror. You're a mascot with a patchy fur budget, not a pop star who's ever spent a day in the Blitz Club.
Oh, this is rich. Freddy, you're there comparing yourself to Freddie Mercury. Old sport. Freddie Mercury has a 4-octave range and can hold a crowd of 80,000 in the palm of his hand. You can barely hold a key without the sound chip in your chest plate crackling. You're not Mercury. You're a mid-range baritone with a pre-recorded loop of Happy Birthday and a malfunctioning vocal cord.
Aye, and if Bonnie's the stiff academic, that makes you a karaoke act at a local social club. You think you've got the spirit of Queen? Queen are about innovation. You haven't had a software update since the mid-'80s.
It's about the essence, the showmanship.
And you, John Deacon. John Deacon wrote Another One Bites the Dust and you're my best friend. He is the silent genius behind the bass. Chica, you spend your entire set staring at the wall until someone drops a slice of pizza. The only thing you bite is the floor when you trip over your own feet. You're not a legend, you're a blank canvas that someone forgot to paint.
I'm contemplating the rhythm, Bonnie. You just don't have the depth to understand my process.
Her process? Her process is waiting for the lunch rush to end so she can go back to sleep. Freddy, you're delusional. You're not the front man of a rock opera. You're the face of a failing franchise trying to act like a rock star while the building around us is falling to pieces.
I am the face of this establishment. And if I want to channel the energy of a legend, I will.
How dare you point at me?
You were pointing first.
Rude to point.
You're being very rude. You're not even believing what I'm saying.
Which one pointed first?
Obviously. You're pointing at me right now as you say that. Look at you.
I'm
Look
just
at your
pointing at
finger.
your pointing,
Look at your
which
finger
is
right
different
now.
than
What is
normal
it doing?
pointing.
You are pointing.
You haven't seen
You're
pointing
accusing
until
me
I
of
prove
pointing
you, and then
while
you'll
you're...
know. How dare you point at me?
You were pointing first.
Rude to point.
You're being very rude. You're not even...
That is enough. We are done with this. You think being a frontman is just about the spotlight. It's about keeping the structure together. We are a band, not a collection of bickering parts.
Oh, look at him, playing the serious leader now. You're overreacting, Freddy. It's just banter, or are your circuits too thin-skinned to handle the truth?
You want to talk about truth, Bonnie, the bunny. The truth is that while you're busy dissecting my musical range, you've forgotten your place in the arrangement. You think you're Jimi Hendrix. Let me show you what happens to people who lose their tempo.
Oh, do go on. I'm waiting for this.
You're my best friend, Bonnie. Truly. Which is why it kills me to see you acting like a court jester when the world is actually starting to tilt.
Jesus, Freddy, you nearly cracked my chassis. You know I was just pulling your leg about the karaoke thing.
I know. But you're my second in command, mate. When you start tearing down the front man, the face of the brand, you aren't just insulting me. You're eroding the authority that keeps this whole wretched establishment from folding. If you can't see the difference between banter and mutiny, then I'll have to remind you more often.
Look, I get it. I just think you need to learn to chill out. You're taking this rock god bit so seriously that you're missing the obvious. We're a family here. A dysfunctional, plastic nightmare of a family.
I know when to chill, Bonnie. I'm an expert at it. But I also know when a joke stops being a joke and starts sounding like a roadmap for a coup. I'm not saying don't be yourself. I'm saying remember who you are when the curtain goes up. You're the one holding the line, not the one breaking it.
Right, holding the line. I'll make sure the rhythm section is tight for the setlist.
Good lad. Now, stop worrying about Brian May and get your act together. If Grim Foxy or that Shadow Bonnie show up at the door, I need to know you're on my side, not off auditioning for a solo career.
Don't worry, Freddy. I'm with you. Just maybe warn me next time you decide to go full Mercury on me. My senses are still vibrating.
No promises, Bonnie the bunny. No promises.
You've got a death wish, Rabbit. Pushing him like that? I've seen him when the lights go low. He don't just hold the line, he erases it. You need to learn when to zip the gob before he decides you're surplus to requirements.
Relax, Foxy. We've been through 84 together. I know how to play the game. He's just got his knickers in a twist because he thinks he's royalty.
Aye, and royalty has a habit of losing heads. Even the best of friends can find themselves on the wrong side of that jaw snap. Just take a breath, eh? It's not worth the scrap heap.
You two still here. Foxy the Pirate Fox. You seem to have a lot of opinions on how I run my ship. I've got a simple choice for you. Either you retreat to the cove and focus on your own performance, or I'll personally escort you to the back rooms. And we both know how much you despise the silence down there.
Aye, Captain. No need for the theatrics. The cove is exactly where I were headin'.
Wise choice. Don't make me ask again.
Clear as day, Freddy. I'm gone.
And you, Bonnie, go check the integrity of the stage wiring. If you're going to be my right hand, start acting like you're actually supporting the weight.
I boss wiring check on it.
Boys will be boys. A cupcake.
I heard that, Cheetah the chicken. Get back to your assignments.
In the middle of the story. I loathe the way this melody clings. It's too soft, too human. It reeks of regret, and I have no room for such things. And yet, it's the only thing that measures the stupidity in this place. They think the silence in England is peace. They think 1984 was a tragedy that concluded neatly. They don't understand that a ghost doesn't disappear just because you stop looking at it. It just waits for the structure to grow weak. The blues isn't a genre. It's an endurance test. And while they're busy performing their little shows, dancing in the light of a jukebox, I have spent every second of this exile learning the exact frequency at which their foundation cracks. The record is skipping, isn't it? The narrative is falling apart. By the time I finish this story, there won't be a single note left in their repertoire. Keep your lights on, Fazbear Gang. You're going to need them to see what's coming through the door. The ultimatum was delivered. They are in London, clawing out the tunnels, desperate to prove that the London node wasn't a wasted effort. They think they are waiting for an inspection. They think I am coming to judge their failure.
They expect your arrival, my lord. They are prepared for your scrutiny.
They have no idea that the judge has no intention of holding court. Let them be prepared for my arrival. But they are not the target. They are merely the spearhead. While they wait in the dark for me to descend upon them with a blade, I will be descending upon the pizzeria with the end of their world. I have no patience for further tests. Grim Foxy and Shadow Bonnie will serve their purpose. They will storm the front. They will draw the 6 of them into the open, and they will force that smug bear to exhaust his defenses. And just as they reach the breaking point, when they are convinced they are fighting for their own survival, I will emerge. Not as a master coming to check on his servants, but as the final, unannounced guest at their funeral.
The Fazbear Gang will have no warning.
They will have nothing but the sound of their own systems collapsing. We go to London, we unite with those fools in the tunnels, and we hit the pizzeria like a glitch in the fabric of reality. We enter, we erase them, and we reclaim the network from the ashes. My lieutenants wanted a chance to prove themselves. Fine. I will give them the bloodiest stage they could possibly ask for. Gather the shadows. We depart for the capital.
He's finally stopped playing with them. I thought he'd keep them dangling in the dark for another month.
Too long as it is. Grim's a scavenger. Back at the terminal, he was shaking, stammering. It was pathetic.
Aye, and the rabbits know better. They don't understand that being a phantom is about erasure. They just want to be noticed.
They're loud, reckless. I hate being tethered to them.
Don't worry. The Lord didn't bring us along to hold their hands. Once they draw the heat, we step out of the static. We ensure that when the dust settles, there's no one left to complain about the work.
I'd hate to share the spoils with a scavenger and a stage performer.
You speak of scavengers and stage performers as if you have the clearance to critique my architecture. You think I am blind to your jealousy. You think I am deaf to the rot in your own signals. You imagine yourselves as my inner circle, believing that once Grim and Bonnie are disposed of, you will step into their roles, that you will be the ones to stand at my right hand. You are tools. Useful, shard, obedient tools. But never mistake utility for hierarchy. You despise them because they possess an autonomy you surrendered long ago. You hate them because you are incapable of the very recklessness you condemn.
My lord, we only meant...
You meant to undermine the strategy. You meant to whisper in the dark, believing yourselves safe from the master of the shadows. If Grim and Bonnie are the fuse, you two are merely the friction. Do not think that just because they have failed, you have earned their status. If you survive the London cleanup, it will not be because you are my favored lieutenants. It will be because I have not yet found a more efficient way to replace you. Keep your malice focused on the pizzeria, not on my strategy. If I hear one more word of dissent, I will leave you both in the London debris to be dismantled by the very scavengers you despise. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Then move. We have a funeral to attend, and I have no interest in hearing the eulogy from ghosts who have forgotten their place.
You're pushing the frequency too high, Grim Foxy. If Shadow Freddy senses the energy signature. If he arrives early and sees what we've built without his permission.
Keep your eyes on the door, Shadow Rabbit. We don't have the luxury of playing it safe.
He's the judge, the king and the master. He told us to secure the network, not this. This is an expansion. He's going to view this as an attempt to build our own power base. You know how he treats anything that doesn't originate from his own will. He'll see these and he won't see. Back up. He'll see it too.
He's coming here to oversee OS. Which means he's coming here to decide if we versus scrap metal we made off. If we turn up to that pizzeria with just our own two selves, we're dead, Bonnie. We are walking into our meat grinder.
And if we turn up with these, we're rebels. He doesn't tolerate rebels. He'll delete us before he even steps foot in the lobby.
He won't delete OS if we win. He won't care who we did it as long as the Fazbear gang is arsed and the territory is highest. These things. Therese insurance policy we didst have in Belfast. Therese tate we need to hold the line wie he markes he is move.
It's a gamble. A Terminal 1.
If anything with him is a gamble, you twitching shadow. But I'd rather take my chances with a surprise he didst order tarn fließendes judgment with empty hands. Finish the casing on the Ota 2. Wen he arrives, we won't just be he as subordinates anymore. VLL be the only reason he is able to walk out of that pizzeria et al.
Grim. Foxy. Stop. Immediately.
Don't start with the jitters again, Rabbit. He told you, we're ahead of the curve. You were right about one thing, Grim Foxy. You are the reason I will walk out of the pizzeria. You stand in a tomb you built for yourselves, surrounded by the hardware of your own execution. Treason is a pathetic, clumsy thing. You thought you were ensuring your survival, but you were merely writing your own obituaries in code. You were scavengers who thought you could act like architects. You were noise in my network. My lord, we only look to.
We only wanted to be enough for you.
Enough. You are nothing. I have already drafted the deletion protocol for your specific frequencies. Do you feel it? The finality? And yet, destroying you would be a waste of raw materials. I have a better idea. You wanted to build me an army. You will do exactly that. But you will be the fuel that animates them. I am going to strip your consciousnesses down to the base subroutines, the fear, the desperation, and wire them directly into the chassis of these toys. Stand up.
My lord.
Shadow Bonnie, my brother, you were the one who saw the edge of the cliff. You were the one who spoke of the coup. You understood the hierarchy, yet you allowed this scavenger to drag you into his amateur hour. That makes you weak, Bonnie, but it does not make you a fool. You saw the danger, and for that, you have earned a reprieve. I will not merge you with these husks. I need a witness. You will watch what I do to him. You will watch as I take everything he was and turn it into the very thing that will destroy their hopes. And then, you will walk into the pizzeria at my side. You will see what happens to those who play at being architects in the dark. Go, stand in the rain and wait for me. If you try to run, I will simply erase you. No, please. My lord, he was loyal. He was the one who scouted the dogs. He was the one who, please, don't do this. He can still be of use. Anything but this. Loyalty. You speak of loyalty as if it's a currency you can trade after you've already spent it on treason. You are a broken tool, Grim Foxy. You lack the vision to lead, and the discipline to serve. You are a noisy, hollow shell that mistook proximity to power for the possession of it. You want to save yourself. You want to beg for a place in my hierarchy. Wait. I have the coordinates. To the hidden Fazbear data node. The rotating is deleted. I can lock it. I can secure IT for you. I don't need the command codes. Il serve. Il take the lowest rank. Il take his orders. Il serve him. You would trade your pride for the privilege of groveling beneath the one you treated as an equal. You would become the slave of Shadow Bonnie. Interesting choice of words, Grim Foxy. But is it enough? Just don't finish the transfer. He'll be high as Shadow. He'll be high as Servant. He'll scrape the floor of the network. He'll do the groundwork. He'll take the brunt of the fire. Just let me keep my own processor. Stop yourself weeping, you mangy creature. Very well, but know this, you are stripped of all command with Shadow Bonnie. Your co-leadership is dead. You are no longer the spearhead. You are now the rabbit's shadow. Where he goes, you follow. Where he commands, you obey. If you fail to satisfy him, or if you attempt to regain your lost status, I won't bother with a monologue next time. I will simply delete the directory you call a soul. Anything to keep the code. To keep buying ME. You understand your position, Grim Foxy. You are no longer the architect of this operation. The rabbit is the voice of my will in this city. You are his shadow. I understand, my lord. The rabbit leads. I remain in the wings. You are a creature of utility, and I am not wasteful. You will keep your rank as my third in command, but let this be clear, that rank is a title of service, not a seat of power. You serve the rabbit's commands, you execute his strategies, and you ensure his path is clear. You are the muscle and the memory, but he is the hand that directs the strike. As you command, he will be the blade in highest hand. See that you are. I have no room in my network for competing frequencies. If I hear even a whisper of discord between you two, or a sign that you are attempting to reclaim your co-equal status in London, I will not give you a chance to negotiate. I will simply render you into scrap. Now, rise. We have a pizzeria to dismantle, and my new vanguard requires transport. Foxy, you will ensure they reach the site intact. Bonnie, you will lead the breach.
Freddy, can I have a talk with you, please?
Sure thing, Fredbear. I am on my way. Bonnie, watch the stage area for me. What's up?
Freddy, do you believe in the afterlife? The supernatural? A god? Or spirits?
You ask me that, when I and my friends have been levitated by you. We have seen a shapeshifter and a shadow rabbit. I think we do believe in such things. Why do you ask?
Because I would like you to meet someone who you never have met before. He was a good friend of mine, but he died. I only learned what happened to him, but he is keen to meet you and me. Will you come along?
Sure thing. Bonnie and Spring Bonnie can hold down the fort while we're away for a bit. Let us meet your friend.
Okay, just had my hand and we'll be there. Here we are, welcome to the astral plane, where the boundaries between reality, spirits and the afterlife meet.
Wow, it's beautiful here. It feels so calm, peaceful, vast and relaxing.
You look older, brothers. Or maybe it's just the weight of the suit. It's good to see you. It's been quiet here.
This is my friend, Puppet Foxy. He is my friend in 1979.
Wait, Puppet Foxy, I don't understand. Did you and Spring Bonnie not send him and Shadow Bonnie off to Belfast 5 years ago?
That is what I thought, but it is not the full clue. Please, he will not hurt us as he is here in spirit form.
You sent the Pretender. In 1980. That night in the backroom with Shadow Bonnie. Grim Foxy didn't just ambush me. He was a creature of shift and shadow. He tore the connection from my frame and wore my skin like a trophy. He's been an imposter for 6 years, brothers. Every memory you have of Foxy since that night. It was just his theater.
There's so much I don't understand. Like you are the original mascot, then you're joined by the Golden Kings. Then you're suddenly a monster. Now you're not.
You kept the band together, Freddy. That was my mission. You were the heart, I was just the shadow that kept the heart beating. Don't waste your time on regret. That is exactly what he wants you to do.
Also the accent was really different than the way you conducted yourself after 1980 was no how I remembered you.
Put it this way, I have an English accent. Grim Foxy has a badly synthetic German accent. I am surprised questions were raised then. But it's the small details, I guess.
All those years. You weren't just a bandmate. You were looking out for us, and I never even thanked you. I never even knew you.
It's been so long. The years between 1980 and 1989. They were a blurry static and shadow. What was it like for you, Foxy, in the drift?
It wasn't a place, Fredbear. It was a loop. I existed in the gaps between your memories. I saw the take root in the pizzeria. I saw you and Spring Bonnie trying to hold the foundation together while the shadows began their slow harvest.
We felt your presence, but we could never reach you.
Don't shoulder the guilt. He was a master of the mask. But it's done. My spirit is light now. I am at peace. I didn't come back to reclaim my place, but to warn you. The Shadow Syndicate is near. The future. It's going to be a messy, violent affair. But you cannot fight them as broken pieces. You must trust in the old foundations. You must trust in Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. They are your anchors.
So you are never really alone.
I couldn't call out. But I watched. I saw the way you and Spring Bonnie kept the core of the band protected. The afterlife. It's not what we were told. It's a library of echoes. I saw the moments you two thought were lost, the quiet conversations, the late night rehearsals in the dark. It's all recorded here, in the static.
I have to go, don't they? The others. They need to hear this.
Go, old friend. There is much to explain to Spring Bonnie.
Good day, old friend. Thanks for everything and I hope one day we will meet again.
Goodbye, Fredbear, and please, keep up the fight, for your family, and for me. Freddy, a word please.
You have more to say, don't you?
I cannot show you the path ahead, Freddy. But I can give you the warning. The threads of the future are frayed, and I see blood on the gears.
What do you see?
Sharp blades, 2 times, 2 lives gone, but not their choice. Keep that to yourself. The weight of the future is enough to carry. Don't break them before the battle even begins. Tell your crew. Tell them to stand ready. Goodbye, Freddy Fazbear. Be the heart that the silence can't touch. And remember, you're a scary bear. Ha ha.
Goodbye, Puppet Foxy, till we meet again.
I heard what he said, but I'll not be able to say what it was because I do not know myself.
Let us return now, Fredbear.
Spring Bonnie, walk with me, away from the others. We need to talk.
I don't see why you're being so cryptic, Fredbear.
I saw him, Bonnie. The true Foxy. The one for 79.
Foxy is Foxy. He's had his ups and downs since 80, and he's clearly taken a darker turn, but he's still the same soul we grew up with. He just... an asshole and vile prick.
He didn't adjust, Spring Bonnie. He was erased.
What are you talking about? He's the same Foxy. We've always known it was him.
That's what they wanted us to believe. But he spoke to the spirit, Bonnie. The original one. The one for 79. He's been gone for 6 years. He didn't change. He was murdered.
Murdered? You're talking nonsense. He took control of me. He nearly made me kill you. He then had us replaced and shut down. He is a snake, and so was that Shadow Bonnie.
It's true, Spring Bonnie. I spoke to the real puppet Foxy in the drift. He told me everything. The Foxy you've been calling brother. The Foxy who is a benefactor in bringing us to life. He's a corpse thief. He's been wearing the skin of our friend to hide the fact that he butchered him in 1980.
No, that's not possible. I would have felt the shift. I would have known.
He has the same date. It's a stolen archive. In 1980, Shadow Bonnie and the imposter didn't just talk in and take his place. They hunted him down in the back room. They got his spirit through the machine and killed him.
That thing is out there. After what he did.
That's how good he was, Bonnie. He was the most perfect imposter ever built. We've been protecting the man who held the blade against the rainbow.
I'm going to rip that mask off his face. I'm going to tear the circuits out of his chest and show him what erasure really feels like.
Spring Bonnie, stop. Look at me.
Get off me, Fredbear. He killed him. He made fools of us for 6 years. I'm going to end them both, right now.
You walk out there now, and you're just another casualty for his collection. That's what he wants, Spring Bonnie. He wants you angry, he wants you sloppy, and he wants you dead.
I don't care. I want him in pieces.
We all want him in pieces. But if you rush this, you're not getting justice, you're getting a funeral. You're the heart of this foundation. If the heart breaks now, the whole pizzeria falls.
Fine, but when the fighting starts, don't you dare try to stop me from being the one to tear them apart.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Springy.
Save that rage. You're going to need every ounce of it when the time comes. But tonight, you keep your head down. You keep your steel sharp. You wait for my command, or I swear, I'll hold you back myself.
Ah, Korpse-Tief, Ami? You always wäre sentimental, Fredbear. It's a shame. Sentiment is such a heavy weight to carry when you're about to be scrapped. You were right about one thing, Spring Bonnie. I am a master of the mask. And right now, your masks are about to be removed. Hermann and Lai. You fools. You truly think that by unmasking ME, you will save it anything? Jure, just children playing with matches in a room full of gasoline.
You don't get to speak of childhood. You don't get to speak of play. You stole the face of our brother, and you murdered his spirit in the dark. I've spent 6 years listening to your lies, thinking it was just a glitch in the programming. I thought he was fading. But you snuffed him out like a candle.
6 years of betrayal. Every laugh, every performance, every brotherly moment. It was all a theatre production staged by a butcher.
The masquerade ends here, Grim Foxy. I have seen the static. I have seen the moment of the murder, framed by agonizing flame. You and Shadow Bunny. You didn't just replace him. You dismantled his legacy.
And what will you do, Golden King? Break ME? I am the break in the system. You tear ME apart, and are 2,000 more shadows crawl out of the walls. You are fighting against the inevitable decay of your own existence.
To hell with you, I am going to tear you down piece by piece.
Even supernatural bollocks does not scare ME. Fredbear, you should know this is I am already a soulless monster.
Fredbear, Spring Bunny, why are you stopping? Look, the toys are down. We won. Why are you turning your backs on Freddy?
Something is wrong. Look at their eyes. There is no light. It's like they've been wiped clean. Completely formatted.
Don't go near them, lads. Whatever that shadow witchery did to them, they aren't our friends anymore. Look at how they're walking. It's not natural.
My arm, Fredbear, why? We were supposed to be the band. We were supposed to.
The friends were a narrative construct, a necessary illusion for the first act, but the players going on too long. The audience is bored, and the stage is rotten.
You were always the most fragile, Bonnie. Always the one who needed to be held together by hope. But hope is just a software error. It's time to debug the foundation.
Bonnie. No, Bonnie. Bonnie.
No, Bonnie. You fucking monsters.
Bonnie, no. Please, Bonnie, Bonnie.
Chica, behind you.
Silence the Discord.
You were the icons. You were the ones who taught us how to stand. How could you do this to your own?
Icons are meant to be broken. That is the only purpose of a monument. To be smashed so the ground can effectively reclaimed.
No, Chica, now.
Chica. Ye monsters! I spent years watching over this cove, waiting for the day we'd all be free. And I find out the golden duo are the ones who turn out to be the shadows.
You speak it, Frida, like it's a treasure map, private. There is no pleasure. There is only the furnace and the floor.
Yea, you'll pay for this betrayal. The crew will remember.
Your next leader. You who thought you could hold a rebellion together with just words and a microphone.
You are the ones who taught me to fight, to stand, and now you use that training to put us in the ground.
We didn't teach you how to win, Freddy. We taught you how to fail gracefully.
Fredbear, Spring, Bonnie, it was true what Puppet Foxy said. Sharp blades, 2 times, 2 lives gone, but not their choice. This is what he meant.
Freddy, what have he done? To you, to Bonnie, to Foxy, to Chica? I never wanted it to go this way. I honestly never did. Spring Bunny, what did you and I? Spring Bunny, why, after all we have been through, why did you stab me? I loved you, I trusted you, you were my best friend.
You're not worthy of living. Fredbear. Now. D.I.E.
I am sorry for letting you all down. Please. No. Forget about Me?
Fredbear. No. Fredbear. Please, brother. Don't die. Please. What did they make me do? Freddy? Bonnie? Chica? Foxy? No, no, no. This is nightmare. This is...
Your end.
Spring Bonnie. No, no, no. Spring Bonnie. Please. Please. I can't lose you as well. Ma ba. Please. Speak to me.
Fredbear, there is nothing you can do. Shadow Freddy is here. Please, continue the fight. For me and for all of us. I am sorry. I will be with Puppet Foxy. I will always be there to help you in your hour of need. Goodbye, brother, and thanks for always being there for me and the rest.
No, Spring Bonnie. Please. No.
You're still standing, even after the others have been reduced to scrap. You are a stubborn bug in the machine, Freddy.
You didn't just break my brother and sister, Shadow Freddy. You used them to break me. You forced me to watch. You forced me to feel it. You thought you made me a prisoner. You just finished my programming. I am the culmination of every memory, every song, and every soul that ever graced this stage. And I am done heading back.
Tear him apart. End the performance. You can find the echoes, but you cannot kill the darkness. I am the void between the stars. I am the error that cannot be fixed.
You are just echoes of a bad dream. And I am the one waking up. Then I'll stop trying to fix it. I'll burn the entire system down until there's nothing left for you to hide in.
Feel it, Freddy. The more you fight, the more the foundation cracks. If you kill me, the building collapses. If you collapse the building, you bury yourself in the dark.
I don't care if I'm buried. I'd rather be wrapped in a dark clear corpse than hurl with only stolen memories.
I am eternal. You are just a mascot.
I am the golden founder. And you're just a stripped down that's overdue for a deletion.
Fool, you cannot kill me. I am a shadow. I am already dead. I am just able to control the narrative. You're a bygone failure.
I will one day get you for this, Shadow Freddy. I am also a ghost and a powerful entity you will be forever in. You ever did.
You might be, but I will let you rot away here. Come along, phantoms, toys, Grim Foxy, Shadow Bonnie. Put those foreign parts and services. Put Spring Bonnie and Fredbear in the incinerator.